Hey folks, Quill18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Sid Meier's Civilization 4, my favorite version of Civ ever. I mean, I really enjoy 5 and 6, and yes, I do enjoy 7 quite a bit as well, but I will forever love 4. And I don't think it's just nostalgia. I don't think it's just rose-tinted glasses. I think it is legitimately a very strong version of Civ, and if you are, this quote-unquote, newer to Civ, okay, Civ 4 came out a long time ago. I mean, old-timers or like Civ 5, even at this point, Civ 6, if you started with Civ 6, that's still kind of an old-timer in the Civ franchise. So yeah, newer in very heavy finger quotes here. But if you haven't played Civ 4, I really recommend it. I think it's fantastic. All right, we're going to continue our play here. We're playing as the Dutch. The Hague's borders just pushed out as we arrived here with the workers, so we're going to build a farm on the rice. Bum, bum. And I did build an extra worker over by Amsterdam. Our cities aren't growing because, for some reason, the population keeps going down from time to time. I have no idea why. Maybe it has to do because we are whipping the population to rush some buildings. What do I want to do with this worker? Well, I think, okay, I do suspect we probably will try the Oracle. It might be a little risky, might be a little late, but I would love an Oracle slingshot. So if I'm going to do that, I'm going to want to pre-chop some forests, which I think is okay, because we don't have that many other things to do with our workers right now. I did want a second one, but yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start mining here. So in Civ 4, you can chop down a forest, right? If I chop down this forest, it takes 3 turns. It would take, presumably, I guess, 4 turns to build a mine on this hill. If you do hit the mine button, what it does, it says it's taking 7 turns here, because it'll do the chop plus the mine as one big action. And what's nice about that is that forest does give +1 production over here, so if we had wanted to use this tile, we'd be able to use the forest production of the tile right up until the mine shows up, rather than in 3 turns the forest goes away, therefore we lose that bonus until we wait for the mine to show up. But what we're going to do is we're actually not going to finish this job. We're going to leave it with 1 turn left. This is called pre-chopping. And then we can come back and finish the job later, because when you finish clearing the forest, it gives 20 production in Amsterdam as a one-shot. This grows to 30 if you do have mathematics. And we can use that to accelerate our wonder production later on. Now, normally you'd have to do this manually and make sure you don't forget and stop with 1 turn left and keep checking. But because I'm using the bug mod, it does have a option here to automate the pre-chopping. By automating, I mean it will automatically stop this worker when there's 1 turn left on this forest, which saves you a lot of frustration. Hey, we're the second most cultured civilization in the world. There must be another creative civ out there. And yet we're still snooping a boot over here. That's a lot of unhappiness now. So the way that the whipping works for slavery is every time you do it, it adds +1 unhappiness for 10 turns. But this stacks. Now, so right now I have 3 unhappiness in Amsterdam. It says for 22 turns. When this drops down to 19 turns, I'll only have 2, or actually maybe even at 20 turns. Yeah, when it drops down to 20 turns left, I'll only have 2 unhappiness. And when it drops down to 10 turns left, it'll just be 1 unhappiness. But I think we do have to let this bounce back a little bit, because right now, if Amsterdam were to grow size 3, it would actually become unhappy. So we're going to go and chillax on this just a little bit. Now, I also do want to grow Amsterdam to size 4 for what I want to do with my library. I'm going to keep this scouting distantly. It would be nice to find another person to trade with. But also we want to map out the territory that Maya's hanging out in. Utrecht here. Oh, I'm surprised you can't whip this yet. Because that would be quite nice for the granary. Maybe next turn.
Nature herself has imprinted on the minds of all the idea of God.
So we're going mysticism and polytheism. We're going polytheism mostly because it's a requirement for literature, and I wouldn't mind getting the Great Library. It actually would be cheaper. If all I'm concerned about is getting the Oracle, it would be cheaper to do it via meditation. Meditation is 119 beakers or flasks versus 146. But polytheism being a prereq for literature makes it a little bit more viable for us. I don't think anyone's founded Judaism yet. We could decide to go monotheism to found that, but I don't think that's going to be all that beneficial for us at this time. Now, Utrecht doesn't have any unhappiness kicking around. They're currently at their happiness limit. And in fact, so you can see here, I guess on this difficulty, size 3 says we fear for our safety. So once our cities hit size 3, they want 1 military unit inside them to cancel that +1 unhappiness. Stacking more military doesn't reduce unhappiness any further, unless you're running monarchy, right over, or hereditary rule, which does let you reduce unhappiness per unit. But there's still this mechanic of having 1. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and accelerate that in Utrecht. And The Hague, You've got plenty of food going on now. Yeah, we'll farm this tile as well. And then, so basically with slavery, it's really a way to convert food into a lot of production, which is nice. I do want one more workboat for this crab. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. All right, the farm on the rice is done. I will come down and farm this. Now, at this point, now that we have unlocked pottery and we can build cottages, we are going to be having to debate between farms and cottages on flat land. In The Hague, not so much because, again, I feel like it's a little food poor, and we're really going to want to work a lot of mines here, so what it needs is the farm, in my opinion. Okay, so yeah, we get the note that clearing this forest would give us 20 hammers, and because I'm running the Better Unaltered Gameplay mod, it is automatically stopping this with 1 turn. I could finish the mine right now in 1 turn for the chop, but I'm not going to. No, I almost need the warrior first because, yeah, this is unhappiness. Yeah, they want the military production, and, you know, I have whipped them extensively. But we'll wait. I'm going to come over here and pre-chop that. Come down here and check this out. Okay. Open border. Sounds great, actually. So we don't have any sort of, you know, -1 bad first impression thing. If we did, it went away already. And if we have extended peace, our relationship will be pretty good with the Maya. And yeah, we'd love to set up some trade, especially with only 1 neighbor. Generally speaking, Civ 4, you want to cultivate a good relationship with like maybe at least one person, and then potentially have other targets, but yeah. Now, unhappy people produce nothing, so they're pretty bad to have. Otherwise, everything is going to be very manageable. You know what? Let's go and put the warrior up first. And actually, I will rush that, and then we can park the warrior in there. And you may hold off on Amsterdam for a little bit. Okay, I'm not going to build Stonehenge. There's a good chance we'd get beaten to it at this point. The free monument in every city is actually pretty good. And the great profit, great person progression points is also pretty nice. But yeah, we are size 4. We've got our library. What I'm going to do is I'm going to convert 2 of my workers over to scientists. Now, right now, we have a population 4, but one of them is unhappy, unfortunately. So we're only working 1 terrain tile. If we can get rid of this unhappiness, then we'd also be working this. So we're stagnant. We're not growing right now, but I'm going to go ahead and accept that. There's not much point in growing Amsterdam more at this time, because happiness is kind of going to be an issue regardless. The only reason I'd want to grow it is actually just to do some more whips, but we're not really in that position. And this way I get to run 2 scientists here, which is going to generate 6 extra science for me, which is a huge deal right now. And it's going to generate great people points. The way great people points work is each city has a meter that fills up. So each one of these is generating 3 points. So we're generating currently 6 per turn. We need 100, so it's going to take 17 turns. Hopefully the math works out over there for this to fill up. When this fills up, you get a great person. The kind of great person you get is based on what great person points you are generating. And I don't think it's based on the absolute number. It's based on the number of sources. But so if we were doing a mix of different sources of stuff from having wonders or running different specialists, then there'd just be a percentage chance. It'd be like 67% chance of getting a scientist versus a great prophet versus a great merchant. Here, it's guaranteed it's going to be a great scientist right now because it's the only thing we're doing. And that's fine. Not complaining about that. All the specialists are pretty good in different ways. Sometimes we're really hoping for one particular one. And in this case, I am very much hoping for a great scientist specialist. So we're going to go and do that, and that's fine. So Amsterdam's not going to be doing much. What I'll probably do is I'll probably just prep another worker or something like that, especially since we don't care about you growing right now at this second anyway. I'll just do this. We'll get a little bit of production going towards it. Yep, seems good. All right. Come up here, and yeah, you're just going to park in there as some anti-unhappiness stuff. Ooh, Barbarian Archer. Just the 1. You know what? I'm going to explicitly move these guys into the Hague. So we're not getting any wild animals anymore. Now we're getting barbarian units. Archers are pretty rough because they're strength 3 versus my strength 2 warriors. Now warriors do get a 25% defense boost in a city, so that does help to offset it somewhat. I am going to want libraries everywhere because, I mean, the 25% boost to science is generally nice, although this city isn't really generating much commerce, although it does have all these sea tiles that it will work. We actually could get a lot more commerce working these. How do I feel about that? Well, we might work these sea tiles once we get the library. We may as well get the production right now while we're doing this. I guess the other question is, should I, in fact, be building an extra settler? Okay, I think Amaya settled here instead of the tile I have, which is fine, but does show a little bit of forward settling. Do I want to get one more city? Could also, like, something like this is also not terrible. Yeah, maybe, because I could build a settler here. Oh, hey, Justinian. Yeah, okay, now we got a religious mismatch. Okay, no one, you don't hate anyone and vice versa, which is good. I wonder who's going to spread their religion to us first. What we could consider doing is, let's say Buddhism comes to us, we could consider doing that, which the Maya won't like, but the Maya are neighbors, so we're most likely be in conflict with them anyway, and Byzantine is further away, so they're a great person to keep as a friend, as a trading partner. So we might do that. The Hague, you must be able to accelerate this, yeah, so let's do that. We could rush here, but again, I don't really want to right now, because I want to maintain 4 population, and actually I'd love to burn off some unhappiness too. Okay, we get the extra farm. Let's get the copper hooked up, and the copper will definitely need a road to link it to our trade network.
Not at all similar are the race of the immortal gods and the race of men who walk upon the earth.
So Temple of Artemis is actually really good. The trade route yield is good. The +1 free priest specialist is actually really strong as well. But we're not going to do it right now because we've got other things we need to do. The Parthenon with the increased great person birth rate in all cities is also great. But again, we've got to sort of pick and choose our battles here. Okay, we're going to go to priesthood. We will try the oracle. Yeah, we are going to want a library everywhere. Again, the commerce, especially in this city, is not going to be that good. It's fine right now, but it's not going to be that good. You know what? Okay, well, I want you to grow. I think you're going to be building military units because you're going to have good production. So I'll put maybe 1 turn in barracks, and then I might get another worker. I do want more workers. My general guideline that I normally base myself on is, I think a couple per city in Civ 4. Or at least 1 per city, and then like a few more. Okay, so I'm going to road towards this. We're going to need it hooked up. The pre-chop here is done. Do I want to pre-chop this one with the anticipation that we might build a farm here? It's possible that the long-term lumber mill here would be better, but the chop for the oracle, I think, is going to be too beneficial. We could also just chop that for a cottage. That's entirely possible, too. What I might want to do... I kind of want 2 in the city in case the archer comes here. Because the archer has a good chance of killing 1 warrior. It's unlikely to kill 2. Okay, I'll just do a farm here, and then we can always cottage other places. We can also replace this later, too. Let me start the pre-chop.
The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face to shine.
Okay, now I'm going to go towards aesthetic literature with the idea of getting the
Lord
great
lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace.
Oh, hello, Barbarian Town. It's a little dangerous for that unit. We're going to go and get started on the Oracle. So I'm going to put it at the top of the queue. Technically, that is going to enable Amsterdam to grow, which will immediately make it unhappy. So the extra pop isn't going to be helpful. Unfortunately, I'm also going to have to go and pull out these scientists. I still want the great scientists, but I want the Oracle. It's more important right now. Okay, library done. I could just make a workbook to scout. But I think it's going to be a warrior. I could put you on auto explorer too, but... Alright, if the barbarian wants to attack me there, that's fine. Yes, let's rush this. We're population capped right now, because the amount of happiness we can get. We can't grow these cities very big anyway, so that's why the slavery civic is perfectly fine as a way to... Because we're fine with keeping our population low. I'm going to start the library here. Yeah, you can attack me, bro, whenever you want. That's fine. this up. Come here. I don't know if he will. Like, the defense from the jungle is quite nice, but he's not going for it. Yep. Let's keep doing this. Boom. This place really isn't going to need a barracks at all. But why don't you go ahead and get started on our settler? And I'm kind of waiting for this copper to finish getting hooked up so we can start making axemen here. So I'm just going to get another worker. I could go another settler here too, but I don't know. Okay, I'm going to finish this. Well, there's Justinian. And move you up here. The Oracle went from 9 turns left to 7. Now 6 as we complete this. We're going to chop that. We're going to finish this. There we go, Buddhist missionary. If you want to spread Buddhism to me, buddy, I will not complain. Although he might be trying to spread it to Maya and starting sort of some religious warfare there, which isn't going to be very helpful to us, but what can we do? Let's move here. Let's rush that worker. And let's get started on axemen. So you've got that, you've got that. Let me just confirm. Yeah, you can build axemen here too. I'm really confused as to why we have the border thing. I don't think there's like something like the Dutch are special for the border. Like that's not a mechanic that exists here. But I won't complain. We're gonna chop this. There you go. Oracle in 1 turn. You could even been rushed with a population blast, which wouldn't be bad considering we are over cap. In fact, since we have so much production, there you go. I can put our 2 scientists back in, still doing this. Now, it's worth noting the Oracle does produce great profit points, so that means there's a chance we'll get a great profit instead of a great scientist. Although that might not be so bad. Do I put you on Auto Explore at this point? Or just bring you home because you do have some promotions. Now, I'm going to keep walking you. Okay, come up here, mine that. Is it time for us to go and start putting down these cottages here? Because that is what I'm going to be putting in this territory, since we can't build a farm here because we don't have fresh water. Later on, we will get a tech that farms will spread irrigation, but we don't have it. In any case, I want cottages. I do want to start the cottage economy. So yeah, let's go for it. We finish the Oracle. We get a free tech. I'm going to go Code of Laws, which, again, gives us the courthouse, which is very important for our expansion, but also will let us found Confucianism.
To bring about the rule of righteousness in the land so that the strong should not harm the weak.
Now, I could switch to Confucianism right now. It was founded... Oh, in Utrecht. That's interesting. I thought it founded in your newest, smallest city. Maybe it's just a random city that's not your capital by default. Although, if you only have your capital, then obviously it'll found there. Maybe it's just completely random, but weighted, I think, to prefer lower population cities. In any case, the reason I don't want to flip to this right now is it would make my other 2 neighbors quite mad. In fact, I think the Byzantines in particular can get a lot of negative relationship from a mismatched religion. I think they're one of the ones with the more extreme reactions. Isabel is another one. I don't know if the Maya care quite as much. Again, I don't mind pissing them off because I think we will. But right now, it wouldn't help. It would give +1 happiness in the cities with it. But I don't think it does too much. Now, the 3 early religions, Buddhism, Hinduism, and Judaism, do not get a free missionary. But the 4 later ones do get a free missionary when you found it as a way to help you catch up. What I could do is decide not to spread it, because it does make it harder for another religion to spread to us. But I think I will go and spread it in Amsterdam. I'm going to leave the Hague as is, unconverted. Well, yeah, I mean converted. We're not setting a national religion right now, because I'm hoping, again, ideally, I want Buddhism spread to me so I can flip to it, become friends with Justinian, and then use that as a hammer and anvil against the Mayans here. I think I'm going to just, move you down here. And again, we're going to get ready to do some cottagey things. Oh, yeah, we can go ahead and sack that. And I should probably let some of this burn off. Although you're already unhappy, which isn't going to be any better if I do this. Because, like, part of it is, well, if you're unhappy, then I'll whip. Because it'll lower your population and then eliminate some of that. Okay, you can start building axemen. Now, actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get you know what? No, I'm going to get a settler going. I've already got someone going there. Although you can stack multiple workers to accelerate the rate at which you build an improvement. I can whip this, right? Yeah, I will. And we're going to use that to reserve some locations where we're going to want to build some settlers. So right now, I want to build all my axemen kind of here because this is the only place with a barracks. Kind of want to go and make sure this gets reserved first. Because we kind of want to build a barrier. Okay, I'm going to spread Confucianism here in Amsterdam. We're going to rush you and you. I could actually run more scientist specialists, which might not be the dumbest thing ever. Oh, I got to cancel these specialists because, yeah, you're just shrinking. You got no food. Let's build the temple. So you can build a temple to every religion that's in a city, and each one will give you happiness. The courthouse would save us money. We're going to want it for our cities, but I think a little bit of happiness there is actually going to be a good idea, especially since the capital has a little less maintenance than some of the others. We'll build the courthouse here. Now, let me move sort of inland first, even though I might be going to the coast with you, ultimately. Okay. I'm going to start building some roads forward here, just for the mobility. Forward. Mine. There's a good chance we're going to convert these to windmills later, but that is pretty far away. All right, we're not in a position to start working these cottages yet, and the sooner we do it, the sooner we invest in it, the better it will get. Let Amsterdam grow. Actually, if I go and run one specialist, yeah, you're still growing because you're still working this tile, which is good. Because, A, I want a great person sooner. B, I still would like a great scientist first, although since I do have a holy city for Confucianism, oh, hello, Khmer Empire, who hasn't converted anything. What was I saying? Oh, since I have a holy city, a great priest, like a great person priest, great prophet, would actually be fairly decent. Because the holy, in each holy city, you can build a special building with a great prophet that gives you money for every city that belongs to that religion. Okay, if I were to go, yeah, see, there's the archer there. There's the other. Okay, so you are gonna come over, not walking that way though, because that seems a little scary. Walk that way. There's a barbarian city there. It looks like the Mayans are going and trying to boop at it. Wait there for vision. Interesting. AI suggesting placing a city here, which still gets the bananas. And assuming, let's say we take this city, then there'd be less overlap. There's a tiny bit of overlap with The Hague, but that's not actually a problem. And it's still coastal. Okay, you know what? You've convinced me. I think that's the way I do want to go. I really want to get another axeman before I move out too far with this unit.
Wat heeft u nodig?
Move there. Move here. Good. Let's go and rush you. Okay, this is actually ideal. Khmer went Buddhist because that's what I want to do. All right, let's move here, and then, yeah, we'll start working on some road connections. And you're going to come down just... I wonder... No, part of me was like, let's stay parked here for an opportunist grab, but I don't think it's going to work out. So I'm just going to come down here for now. That settler is pretty unescorted.
Tot uw dienst.
We've got 2 warriors here. Okay. Let's move you out. I'm going to wait with that settler for a tick. Axeman. Okay, we need to get the courthouse. Especially as I build more cities here, our economy is going to hurt a little bit more. If I was running... I've got events turned off. If I was running with events turned on, what I'd want to do is alternate maybe between 0% and 100% science. 0% save up some money, and then when I have enough money to run a deficit, just run to 100 and rush the tech. That way, if we get an event where you can spend money, then it would be handy to have the nest egg. But we do have events turned off, so I don't think that sort of back and forth is going to matter in this scenario. Okay, move over here, and let's build a road up that way. Let me temporarily also move that warrior or that axeman this way. And settle. And probably immediate courthouse. You can see our deficit is getting a little crazier here, but as long as we have positive money even at 0, that's going to be okay. Verify where you are. Although, you know what? These guys don't have double movement. We can come here and hopefully the archer just attacks us while we're on the hill. Up here. Still go here in case there's an archer. Okay, but they were baited, not so much a bait. They were drawn in by the empty city. So we'll just go and make sure that gets reinforced. We'll make sure the road connection happens. Rotterdam, you can see it actually doesn't have a connection. And I don't know why that is. I don't know why these did. And there's some things with rivers, but we don't have it. Maybe if they're actually just touching borders with the capital, it has a trade connection? Damn, what is it? I mean, at this point, someone in the comments has probably answered, but I'm recording this immediately after the last episode, so... They didn't attack me, which is too bad in this case, because I kind of just want you to be gone. Yeah, let's move you guys as a group. Now the AI is suggesting that spot. No, I think my spot here is still the way to go. I'm going to do this. Maybe you'll attack the axeman, or at least I can attack you. Okay. Ah, perfect. Yes. You spread Buddhism to me. Lovely. 94% chance we win. There's a 5% chance that we die. If we do, there's still... This archer is going to be so damaged that this warrior is not going to be at risk. Okay, so we'll do that. That's fine. Work on road connections. Do a chop here. We're going to want to build mines and all these things, so... And you don't have fresh water. Yeah, your food in Rotterdam's definitely going to be suffering a little bit more. You know, why don't you just go ahead and do the chop? That's going to be okay. Yeah, finish that. That's good. Okay. So I think what we want to do is we do want to assemble a Axeman hit squad to go after Gaul. We're not going to want to attack across the river, so that's actually going to be our staging point there. Maybe I'll just build up in Rotterdam for now. Okay, we got a great person. It is a great scientist. That's good. What I'm going to do at this point is consider resetting my great specialist. So what can we do with a great scientist? First of all great people can be used to start a golden age to increase our production. This is more powerful later on. The other thing that's nice about it is if we're in a golden age, then we can swap civics or swap religions without anarchy, which is really valuable. But every time you use this, you need more and more great people to trigger it. So there's no reason for me to use it right now. The other thing you can do is you can pop a tech for free. This is actually very powerful and very nice. In particular, with the great scientists, we can eventually use this to pick up philosophy. So right now we'd get mathematics, but picking up philosophy is really nice for a few different reasons. That being said, I think what we want to do is invest in our flat science production for now. We've got 2 ways we can boost it. First, what we could do is we could build an academy. So an academy can be built 1 per city and increases the science output by 50%, which... If we're producing a lot of flat science, right now we're not producing any because of anarchy, this could actually generate quite a lot. But because right now we're not actually going to be producing that much, especially because our commerce is, with all of our cities, mostly going to go just to stop us from developing debt rather than developing science. Right now, I don't think the academy would do too much. So instead, we'll use the final action, which all great people can do, which is to join a city as a super specialist. So this would join the city as a permanent great scientist forever and ever. This would produce 1 hammer and 6 science, which that flat science then is getting multiplied by the fact we've got a library here. And then later, if we build the academy, it'll be boosted even more. Right now, I think this is going to be really important because, again, I think our science sources are a little bit low. Okay, so the Mayans do have alphabet, so they can start trading tech. So they want me to give them the code of laws. They'll give me monarchy. This is at a slight loss because the monarchy is not worth quite as much. But generally, I'm going to be very much in favor of this as an accelerant.
A multitude of rulers is not a good
And in fact, we probably do want to switch to hereditary rule.
One king.
And we want to do that and drop slavery because with hereditary rule, we can stack a lot of units into a city and we'll get more happiness. This enables our cities to all of a sudden grow. We can raise our happiness cap, and then we're not going to be looking to sacrifice population over and over. I might wait just a scooch before doing that, though. We're going to have to decide when the right time to do it is. And it's certainly not going to be too long. We just had a period of anarchy. It would be nice to skip, like to combine things. I mean, that was with religion. I don't think we could have combined it anyway. We could have golden age to avoid the anarchy. I don't know. I think we'll wait a little bit because we don't have the units quite yet to go and get it to run. I love that you got a promotion. In fact, I might give you the archery promotion because we are going to be dealing with some archers in Gaul. So I'm going to do that. And park you in Rotterdam. And yeah, here I'm going to settle where I am. I always call this like Nijmegen, even though it's not in any way whatsoever what the letters spell out, let alone how it's pronounced in Dutch. But that's the way it goes. And, oh, we want granary first. I'm building courthouses first. We actually want granary first. So let's do that. I'm going to leave 1 unit in here as a population control measure. This is a pretty safe place. I really don't feel like I need to put in a lot of units. We've got vision here, although partially possibly just because of this. It's possible this tile will become dark without this unit here, but I don't know if that's enough of a barbarian problem for us to really be concerned. What I'm kind of going to do is I want to park 1 unit over here. It's kind of a bit of a placeholder. We're going to move to the horses. I'm going to pasture that. And before we convert over to hereditary rule, we really we'll want to take advantage of the maximum number of these whips. Workboat is interesting. I wonder why it's suggesting it. Do we not have a workboat here yet? That might be why. Courthouse here saves us a little bit of money. The other thing you can do with the workboat is just scout, which can be valuable. Oh, it might be because they're like, oh, you can hook up this fish, which isn't being worked yet. Honestly, I think we might just do a settler here and expand there because we are still running positive income, so I can do another settlement, especially since now I've got 1 super specialist, and I'm hoping that we can do the Great Library, which the Great Library gives us 2 permanent scientists, so we get more flat science rates. Yes, I'll open borders with you, my Buddhist friend. Byzantine really love me. Right? So Years of Faith, open borders, and we care for brothers and sisters of the faith. That's just going to keep improving more and more. And if one of us gets alphabet, then we'll be able to do quite a lot of tech trading, most likely. I might even be able to get some gifts.
Art for art's sake is an empty phrase. Art for the sake of truth, art for the sake of the good and the beautiful. That is the faith that I am searching for.
So aesthetics was a tech that was added in the expansion, so it's not worded by Leonard Nimoy. Instead, this is Sid Meier's himself. You can see this is our relative military strength against our neighbors. So they have twice as much as we do. We have 50% and, well, only 60% over here of their strength. But I don't think we're too worried about being hit currently. Your borders are about to expand because, again, of our creative trait, which is really, really handy. Otherwise, we'd really have to make sure to get our monuments or libraries up to get these border expansions, and we might settle in slightly different places. But here we do have a lot of flexibility. Hook that up. That's going to be fine. And yeah, we're being told we can do some more rushing. So sure, let's go ahead and sack more population, because why not? And let's help out with this, I suppose. These wonders are good, but without marble or stone, it's less tempting. We're already going to be hard doing a great library here. Okay, let's get the temple for some happiness. Let's plan on moving you down here. Let's accelerate that courthouse. Mine some more copper, which we don't really need, but it'll be nice for you to work another good tile. And yeah, at least you get decent base food here for some growth. Okay. I mean, we don't actually have it in 7 turns because we're going to be running this deficit. And yeah, I'm very happy that people are spreading religion to me. Even if we had a competing religion, it would be fine. Okay, we can't do the bananas yet because we don't actually have iron working. Is there anything improvement-wise that's screaming out to me? I might want to just plan to get the road out over here. Yeah, you know what? Those connections are fine. I quite like building roads on top of rough terrain. The Hague doesn't actually need more improvements because it can't work all the tiles that are improved, but I will go and build more farms because I talked about we need more food in the Hague because these mine tiles don't actually do anything. They're very unhappy for some reason. So maybe we'll do something about that. And you have a warrior sitting around here. I'm going to park this in the Hague to offset one of the unhappinesses. But yeah, we're going to have to switch to hereditary rule pretty soon here. Okay, you're doing that, which is great. I can probably just automate the workers at this point. There's nothing they can actually do wrong right now. Because the only thing is, when you've got a tile with fresh water and you can build either a cottage or a farm, you want to make kind of an intentional choice one way or the other. My automated workers are set to not replace improvements and not chop down forests. So we don't have to worry about them doing something and changing what I've built. So if I automated them right now, they'd build lots of cottages and some mines. So I think I can. They'll also take care of road connections. Okay, yeah, you park yourself in there, which is fine. You will settle here. And I will want a early granary. And yeah, go be automated. That's okay. So maybe what I'll do... wait 1 turn. A couple more things have grown, which should enable, yeah, a little bit more... or just 1 more whip. I am wondering here about building a barracks and getting a second city to produce some axemen. You're pretty far from the front. Actually, do get a workboat because I want to go and improve this fish now. It's interesting that now it's not being suggested. Okay, go be automated. Sure, rush that, which leads to more unhappiness, but I wonder how much more production this needs to be able to build in 1 turn. All right, no, I'm going to go. I'm going to drop slavery. I'm going to run hereditary rule instead. So we're not going to be doing any more whips, and we can raise our happiness ceiling by building some extra units in the cities. Although what I'd actually like, so after literature, what I want is archery, because archers are relatively cheap to build and they're pretty strong defensive units. Okay, I will manually move you here because I'm going to chop this and replace it with a farm. Keep building axemen here. Yeah, farm that. The Hague. So what I often do is rename my cities. So I'm like prod. Oh, I can't put a slash? Oh, is this the character limit? Oh. Because it's prod military. You know what? I'll just put like mil over here. Because military cities are implicitly production cities. But if I get anything that can boost military production, I'm going to want them specifically in there. It also reminds me of where I want to build military units. Okay, workboat done. Do build a barracks. And yeah, come over here and improve the fish. Most powerful civilization. Yeah, we do have to start building up a military, but we're going to start working on it. Because again, Pakal amazingly doesn't hate me yet.
Others to be swallowed.
Despite
and
the differing
some few
religion,
to be
-4
chewed
here.
and digested.
Okay, hook up the fish. And Justinian is fine. Yeah, just go ahead and be automated now. That's fine. Okay. And then continue to build up some military. Great library could be built here. Actually, we might want to compare production rates. So 32 turns in The Hague versus 27 turns here. So we're going to go and do this. And I'm going to make you production focus. It's not going to change anything. Still a lot of unhappiness to burn off. You're going to grow soon. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. I guess I could have kept slavery maybe until I finished the Great Library to just finish it with a whip, but I don't know. Okay, let's do this. I'm a little bit worried about Maastricht here being hit by the Maya.
If you chase 2 rabbits, you will lose them both.
We have a camp improvement available now, so one of my automated workers should come and hook up the deer. Oh, no, not this one. We want the other national one. Yeah, no, keep building axemen for now. I do tend to like 1 spearman in my stack to protect against cavalry, but right now my goal is an axeman stack to take care of the barbarian city. And I could also just keep it parked here for the happiness. You can see military presence impresses us. We got 2 extra happiness from that because we've got 2 military. And you're about to grow. You know what? Maybe I will keep you in here for a tick. I don't know how many units I'm going to need to take Gaul. Probably not that many. I won't need chariots. We're not fighting axemen right now. Okay, you get your granary. What you need to do is get your courthouse going on, which is actually going to be better for our science than in the library currently. Okay, finish that, which rushes the axemen.
Do not throw the arrow, which will return against you.
Okay, kind of feels like we should get sailing. Oh, we could just trade for it too. Okay, your job is to keep producing the axemen. I don't suppose... Yeah, it's still just you. Now, you don't like me. But what would you give me? Sailing and ironworking. Could trade for mathematics as well to help me light bulb. No, you know what? This is pretty good. I accept. Because sailing's useful for us, but also...
You can adjust your sails.
Let's research mathematics.
You should hammer your
Do we have any iron?
when it is glowing
Oh!
hot.
We do. Okay, let me yoink one of these workers over here. We're going to mine the iron. And yeah, we can now build swordmen. There's some iron over there that's currently unclaimed, which isn't bad. Okay. We can also chop jungle, which might not come up. I want to send 2 over here to accelerate that. I don't really think it matters. We don't need to rush getting the iron online. So I'll just put you on automatic. Okay. I think this is probably enough of an axeman group. And I don't want to attack across the river. Yeah, unhappy you've got no units parked in there. Now, you do have a unit, so you're fine. These temples would also help. What I'm going to do... this is not a good place for these statues. I'm going to start producing archers in here. And we're going to spread them out to the other cities. Yeah, so build a mine here. Destroys a cottage, which is unfortunate. I'm going to go and make sure I've got an extra present in Maastricht here, because I'm a little concerned about what may happen. 3 archers. They're on a hill, which is really not going to be great for us. Let's build temples for happiness. Actually, I don't kind of mind unpromoted archers in a lot of these places. They're not actually going to be attacked. I'm going to do this. We'll get 2 archers and keep the warrior in there as some police force. So our combat odds yet aren't fantastic. We might really need a lot more units than this. 5 probably won't crack this nut. But we'll watch in case the other people end up attacking there. We'll keep an eye on things. Just fortify onto this tile for now. We got some promotions we could do too, but it's not going to tilt the odds that far in our favor. Yeah, oops, I clicked a little too far there.
Tot uw dienst. Ik wacht op uw orders.
So with my archers, I'm really just going to want city defense boosts with their promotion. Unless they're falling a stack of my units, in which case I'll probably give them first strike. Yeah, we're going to need more units there. Okay, Iron Mine is done. I'm going to throw the archer in here. I'm going to re-automate you. We've got the production focus. You do have more production now because of the Iron Mine. Great library in 10 turns. Unfortunately, I don't have any more chops to accelerate. I mean, I guess I could do that one, but I think I want to leave that forest. Yeah, keep working on mathematics, actually, which will make the chops that much stronger. Body's been built. I'm not going to be looking probably to build any more wonders for a little bit. Let's get a unit in Rotterdam, because you have nothing. City production. And actually, with that in mind, I'm going to go and take the Axemen out of this stack now. And move you up here.
If in other sciences we should arrive
More
at
chop.
certainty without doubt and truth without error, it behooves us to place the foundations of knowledge in mathematics.
Hang Gardens is pretty good, but I don't know if we're going to prioritize it. Okay, what we'd like to do is we would like to research tech that other people don't have, and then use that to trade. Although I kind of want philosophy. Be great if we could light bulb it. Okay, no, we got to work towards philosophy, which does require picking up meditation. Meditation is pretty cheap. Let's get some swords. They're better at city attacking. The axemen are good early because they do counter like melee units, but swords are actually what we want to take cities. I'm gonna move a second archer into Rotterdam. Okay, organized religion is a pretty strong civil policy. No one's attacking here. No, they still have the 3 archers. All right. Let's tell you what. Build me, like, 3 more swords. Now, if we also get some catapults after that, we can probably go after the Mayans. Oh, this video has gone long. We should put a cut in here. But yeah, I think the mathematics... No, it's construction gives us the catapult. I think I'm still going to go philosophy. And then, I don't know if the timing attack will be right for a catapult push. It might be. If we get something like 4 catapults, 4 swordmen, and, you know, with our stack of axemen we've already got, we can probably push into the Mayan stuff. We'll keep an eye on our relative strength. It's possible that the timing won't quite work out, and I'll maybe have to wait until we get our macemen to do it. There's another unit that is like, oh, this also works out nicely. I can't remember what it is. When do you get the cataphracts? Guilds, horseback riding, and horses. So, I mean, horseback riding is there. So, guilds must unlock cataphracts. Or no, is cataphracts the unique? Oh, cataphract is the unique one for the Byzantine. That's what I'm confused about. Yeah, we could do, like, catapults and knights as an attack. The knights do have an attack rate of 10, which is pretty nice. So, we're going to see what our timing looks like for going after here. The mines did pick up this iron. I don't think that's really a deal breaker for us in any way whatsoever. All right, we're going to put a cut in here. I'm still generally liking how... I know we're at the bottom of the score, but I think we're poised to make a pretty good push. Especially if we do get this great library, that's going to make a big, huge difference for us. So fingers crossed there. Great people points are still progressing. Utrecht currently is the one that is most working on it. Because they're like, well, these tiles are kind of crap. We've got good food. In fact... I really like Utrecht as a great person farm. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to finish that archer. Yeah. I mean, the capital often ends up being it. On the basis that usually it's got some pretty good stuff going on. And it will get great people points from building wonders, maybe with its really good production, especially now that it's got this. Because what we have to do is we have to decide where we're going to build the national epic, which gives you 100% bonus birth rate in that city. You can only build 2 national wonders. So national wonders, you're not competing with other civs. You can just build 1 copy of it in your empire, and you can only have 2 national wonders per city. So you're picking and choosing a little bit which national wonders get built places. And the national epic does actually make a good amount of sense in the capital on the basis that we're going to have, in theory, 2 wonders passively generating it. And it does have, I mean, it has 1 really good food tile. It does have a second one here, so it can run some specialists. But actually, no, you have a lot more just super powerful food tiles. Yeah, no, I think you're the one. Because what you want is you want a few people working the food tiles to support the specialists, which don't produce any food. So that's going to be the plan. I'm going to go Archer into National Epic. Maybe I'll get you focused temporarily on production. And then once that's done, I'm going to get you to focus on Great People. Yeah, I like that. It's interesting that you're still building 1 spy. Which is fine. It still gets us some science. It gives us some spy rate. But a great spy, 1 great spy, takes care of our espionage for a long time. We haven't actually talked about espionage and how it works, but that's the reason we know the military strength, for example. And actually, we have so much espionage with the others. The Mayans are researching philosophy, so we're going to get beaten to philosophy. Okay, so since I'm going to get beaten to philosophy, I'm not going to bother. I'm going to go mathematics into construction. Or, yeah, I guess meditation. Do we want to finish? We should probably finish meditation into construction. Yeah. Yeah, which also needs masonry, which is fine. And we'll have to do some warfare to do a little bit of catching up. The next things that would be nice after that is currency for markets, metal casting for the forge. These are really high priority things. I can also spread my Confucianism some more. I mean, we don't have the Holy City, right? Because I didn't get the Great Prophet, and I would still love to get the Great Prophet, which I guess is one argument to be made.
Wat heeft u nodig?
I mean, we might still generate a great person here. After the Great Library gets done in Amsterdam, what I might do is... we're going to get some free scientists, so we're going to still be generating... frack. That's true. We're going to be generating even more. Not only does the Great Library give us great scientist points, but it's going to run 2 free scientists, which is going to give us a lot of great people points. No, this is going to be the place... I mean, we might have more than one city regularly generating great people. But I think our true great person farm is going to have to be our capital. So maybe I'll do this. You can keep running these specialists for now. And you'll probably generate the next great person. Every time you generate one, the cost to get the next one does go up. Which is why usually you just get one city, because the others often don't get a chance to catch up against the one that generates the most. But sometimes it does spread around. I don't know. Anyway, I'll put the cut in here. I'll give it a little bit of think. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.